What's up, everyone? It's Wacka. Welcome you to week 8 of EDC Temporal Season 12. Week 7 didn't happen because I got a forfeit win. I didn't even prep my game because I knew my opponent wasn't going to even respond, which is nice. So I got like a week off, and I had a really quiet week last week. Like I only had one game to play, and I was in like three leagues, which is kind of weird, but. This week we're up against Michelle, who I've known for like 3 years probably. Yeah, I think 3 years. I think this is like my first or second time playing him too, which is very interesting. I know he doesn't really typically bring like normal sets, but I also know he's kind of busy and burned out from the game, so I thought maybe he'd just bring like a bunch of smoke on sets. And I too am going through like a weird state where I'm just like kind of overwhelmed by a lot of stuff right now, and like I like Mons, but I probably shouldn't be playing as much Mons as I am. I am in 3 leagues. I'm starting a 4th one next weekend, which is kind of fine because CLDL should be ending soon. And actually, I wanted to make like a mini announcement saying I am planning to make a little video about CLDL, what happened this season, but I'm waiting until I either win out or by the time I lose, because I think that's like something that's best shown in like a one video. So stay tuned for that. That'll be happening sometime in September, or next week. I mean, it could be happening next week. So yeah, without further ado, our prep this week is honestly very standard, which is very disappointing, but I didn't really have a lot of time to prep, and my opponent didn't want to play on the weekend. I usually don't want to play on weekends anyways, so I'm like, you know what, I'd rather just take prep that I think I'm like 80% sure in, and like usually I feel like I play better with prep that's just kind of basic. Because when I'm trying to like think too hard on stuff, like that's when I start bringing things that just don't make sense, like versus wisdom. I'm not gonna spoiler alert that because that is a video later this week. But let's just say I had a few sets that just didn't really make too much sense. This week I'm bringing an Assault Vest Tauren, which I actually thought was decent. It took on a lot of his Mons, and his team is pretty weak to flying plus fire, so I was pretty comfortable in bringing the Tauren, and then like with Assault Vest you can just slot knock and U-turn. It can't really run defog anyways. The only other move Tauren would ever want to run is like either Focus Blast for King Gambit just to kill it, but I have Heat Wave, or it would want like Taunt, which I didn't really care to taunt anything this matchup, so that's fine. Terapagos is Rapid Spin, Calm Mind, Terra Starstorm, and Aura Sphere, just in case he doesn't Terra King Gambit and decides to Terra the Galarian Zapdos instead. Yeah, but Terra King Gambit, by the way, love facing Broken Uber's Mons, so amazing. I guess maybe that's part of the reason I didn't feel like trying this week, because I felt like I was just going to lose to King Gambit or Zapdos, which isn't really like a reason, but there's like 3 Mons in his team that's just better than my best Mons, so I guess that's what happens. I could have teared Tauren instead of Superior, and I probably just should have done that, but anyway, our Superior is actually coming this week with Terra Stellar, Leaf Storm, Terra Blast, Sub Glare. It's basically all I wanted it to do was like Sub Glare this week. I didn't really think I was gonna Terrasilize it. I wanted to save Terra for Diancie, which I should have changed before the game, because I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, I should be Terra Ground, but no, I'm actually a Terra Fairy Diancie with Trick Room, Meteor Beam, Moonblast, and Earth Power. If I was Terra Ground, oh my god. No, maybe not. Maybe Terra Ground is a bad idea. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Terra is such a broken mechanic. Basically, Diancie is just trying to break through some Mons um, and either try to chip down King Gambit, um, or bring Donphan down to its sturdy. That's all I wanted Diancie to do. Then we have Metagross with Psychic Fangs, Bullet Punch, Stealth Rock, and Body Press. I am max defense for the Galarian Zapdos and Rocky Helmet. So basically, it's meant to switch in on Galarian Zapdos and then just kind of chip it down. If it decides to U-turn, I'm just going to get up my Rocks, which I thought Rocks were pretty good this game. In case he didn't bring Boots on everything, I thought Rocks were good. And lastly, our last mon is Low Kicks, which I thought was not the best mon this matchup, but is the one I was most comfortable bringing because I thought I could just slap a Scarf on it and click U-turn and knock off like the whole game, every time I came in at least. But I will tell you later, I do kind of regret bringing Low Kicks over Palmot, but it is what it is. We're going to lead with Tornadus Therian. He's going to lead with Rotom-Mow. I'm going to click Heat Wave for 43%. I'm going to get the Heat Wave Burn, which is... you know what? For the last time I drafted Torn, I missed Heat Wave 4 times in a row. So Torn can get a T-Wave. I don't fucking give a shit. Now I'm going to knock off his Choice Scarf. So it ended up being Scarf, T-Wave, and to be honest, I kind of wish I just stayed in to click Heat Wave. Or even Bleak Wind, but I end up not. I end up getting full para, which is fine. If I'm going to get paralyzed, I'm going to expect myself to get full para'd at least half of the turns that I'm playing, because that's how para works when I play. I'm going to bring in Low Kicks because I just want to Scarf U-turn back into Torn pretty safely. Torn is kind of meant to take on this Volcanion. He's clicking Sub, which is kind of concerning, but he's also spending a turn to click Sub. As you can see, Steam Eruption doesn't really do too much. I get full para'd, of course, very nice. As now, I'm going to U-turn into Superior. I thought maybe he'd Steam Eruption again, but he ended up clicking Flamethrower, which is whatever. Now I'm gonna click Glare, and he's gonna Flamethrower. So now I'm gonna bring in Diancie. He's going to get full para'd as I Trick Room, and now I'm going to take a Steam Eruption because he's para'd. I probably should have considered the possibility of him being slower there, but nope, I'm just gonna Meteor Beam. Gonna get the boost, and I'm gonna get off a big Moonblast. He's not gonna die, unfortunately, as he's just gonna knock me out with Iron Head. Torn is gonna come in, die to an Iron Head. I should have maybe swapped into Metagross there. I don't really know why I didn't swap into Metagross, because I am Rocky Helmet. I am gonna go Metagross now. I see Kowtow Cleaves. I guess I wanted to save Metagross for Galarian Zapdos, but I felt like I had to bring it in there. Torn really didn't matter too much this game, because it was paralyzed, so it's just gonna kind of die to everything. I guess it took it like a hit from Bundle, maybe. I'm just gonna Bull Punch the Rotom as he misses Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp is a very shitty move that always misses. That's why I don't draft Rotom usually, unless I'm forced to, like I'm in SDS. Bundle's gonna land a Hydro Pump, which is whatever. Now I'm gonna bring in Terapagos, and I'm going to take a huge Ice Beam. I'm going to get off a Rapid Spin, which does quite a lot of damage. Then I'm gonna Rapid Spin again, as he Ice Beams again. And now I'm gonna click Calm Mind, and so I actually misclicked there. I wanted to click Calm Mind first, so I could take less from the Ice Beam, but it's whatever. Now he's going to bring in Donphan. He's going to reveal his Boots, which I thought was, like, yeah. Him being Boots lost me the game because I couldn't kill it, and he kills me with Earthquake. Low Kicks is going to click Knock Off and kill the Donphan, which is nice. At least Low Kicks did something this season. And Galarian Zapdos is just going to Terrifying Brave Bird and kill me. It's kind of weird because I think he's Adamant, and I'm not really sure why my Low Kicks didn't outspeed, but Knockoff in no way was going to kill him anyways. So I ended up losing the game to the person that didn't even really want to win. So yeah, I've been not having a good week. I'll say that much. like I said, I just didn't have a lot of time to like prep. Um, and so I ended up regretting bringing the low kicks. I thought, not very hard, but the other thought I had, because none of the other mons I had on like my prep doc were very good in this matchup. Like I was not gonna bring Dragalge, um, because in theory it would only wall Volcanion, and Volcanion gets Earth Power to like two-shot it, and like Dragalge just doesn't take hits that well in my opinion. Um, Blastoise is a little bit too passive and doesn't hit hard enough to do anything really. It's also walled by Volcanion and Rotomo. Well, it's not walled by Rotomo if I'm running like a Smash Ice Beam set, but you get the gist. Who else? I didn't bring Golurk. I'm sure you can kind of see why I didn't bring Golurk. Same with Typhlosion. I just thought Typhlosion just wasn't good enough in this matchup. It wasn't fast enough. Couldn't break Sturdy and also survive a hit. So there was that. The other mon, Palmot, was the only other mon I was considering bringing. And I was considering bringing Sash with Plasma Fist, Close Combat, Mach Punch, Volt Switch, something like that. Which in theory, it would have done pretty much the same thing that Low Kicks did in this game. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't bring Palmot, which is kind of what lost me the game there. Because literally if I brought Palmot, I would have won this. But it's fine. I am 6'2", and I only lost one differential, which is fine. So I should be 6'2 plus like 16. Which is still impressive. And I mean, like, Low Kick still got a kill. Metagross, I think, got a kill. Diancie got a kill. Terapagos got 2 kills. Serperior did nothing, of course. We have one more week, and Terra Serperior has not done anything this season, which it is kind of the way I'm playing it. Like, I'm only bringing it in for, like, a turn every game, and I'm just kind of sacking it off, usually, to get a glare on things, and, like, you know, it is kind of very whack of me to like not use my high tiers, because when I'm using Serperior without Terra, like I'm going balls to the wall with it usually, but not now. But yeah, anyways, next week we are facing CV Hulk. I don't know what the matchup looks like. Hopefully not too bad, because I'd like an easier matchup to prep for. Like, this was not a hard matchup to prep for, because it was just like King Gambit. I knew Diancie wasn't going to kill King Gambit no matter what I did. So it didn't really matter. And Iron Bundle outsped my whole team without like Terapagos Rapid Spin or like Scarf Low Kicks. So I wasn't really prepped for Iron Bundle, and it kind of hits my team very hard. I don't want to use my Terapagos to beat it usually. But that's ended up what happening, but that's what ended up happening, my bad. But yeah. Michelle, they prepped. They also brought like 10-minute prep, which, I mean, you know, this was a good game though, I think. It was a pretty good game. Like, it was pretty, I think, fun to narrate, fun to watch. And I'm like not really mad about anything. I lost either way. This is a Scarf Gyarados, by the way. So my double Rapid Spin play was actually like the better play for me. Although I probably would have Calm Mind first and then spun, but it still didn't matter. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week with EDC. I am going to upload. I already uploaded my SDS draft recap. SDS week 1 is going to be part of like the overall week 1 video. SSS DL, oh, that's happening tomorrow, so that'll probably go up tomorrow. Yeah,